Welcome back for another video, guys. Tonight we're at McCosker Gladden Speedway. We're in our mod light Q21. We're here for round 6 of the ESF series. Haven't been running this series competitively this year or even trying to attend all the rounds. We're trying to get our sprint car program running in the right direction. Tonight we thought we'd come and do some research and development with the mod light in preparation for next season to get it going in the right direction so we can have 2 competitive cars next season. The racing will consist of 3 heat races and a feature race. So we're coming up shortly for our first heat. I think we're starting out of 5th position for our first heat, so hopefully we can move forward straight away, set ourselves up for a good night straight from the start. Something typical about Gladstone is the track does go slick consistently every time you're here, so that is something that we have to be mindful of how early that goes slick. So I just went up and had a bit of a look at the track. They were watering it, so hopefully for our first heat there will be some kind of grip out there and we can get rolling nice and early and try and make some spots up early. Later on the night we'll have to watch how the track progresses and how we tune the car accordingly. Finished up with the first heat there. We had really good pace on track. I think we were quickest out in our heat race, that one then. So yeah, had a lot of place, just got caught up in a unfortunate incident with a car in front of me running second. I just came in much harder into turn 3 and on a little bit of a higher lane, and the front two just checked up a little bit, and I just didn't have time to slow down. So I got the back of him and he turned around, so I got penalised to the rear for that. Had a couple of laps to go, so made what I could out of it. I think I ended up 5th or 6th, so we're starting off the pole for our next heat, so we really need to capitalise on that to get some points back so we can have an easier night later on in the night when the feature comes around. We need to start up in the first couple of rows to make something out of the night, so we'll see how we do that. We've got a couple of things we need to try on the car, so what we tried on that heat really worked, so it looked like we had really good pace, so we'll just keep on chipping away at it and seeing if we can get faster and faster throughout the night.
We have the Victoria, but
that'll be our starters for heat race number 4.
Well, it's nice to see you getting around in some different race cars, brother. Well done, nice drive. I tell you what, though, Ryan was coming quick on the top side, about a car and a half length at the end.
Yeah, no, I didn't really know where to run that one with the track prep and that sort of stuff, so I just was waiting to hear someone, and if they were good enough, they were going to go around. But no, we just stuck to the bottom with that one and chipped away and tried to work on my lines a little bit. Yeah, I'd love to thank all the people who support me, not only on this car, but my sprint car, QAA, Easy Spray, Signtech, Briley Electrical, Cooltech Bundy, Hits 939, Dirt Media and Chapman Oil Repairs, and all the guys that support us, all their crew. They do an awesome job.
Great to see you at Victory Lane. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, the Bundaberg Bullet, Casey Collins.
Just wrapped up Heat 2 there. We jumped out to a lead straight away, straight off the mark, and then from there I was just trying to hit laps, try and hit me marks each time, and yeah, I don't know what the end lead was by the end of it. We'll have to rewatch that and have a look at how we were going. I felt felt like I probably could have moved the car up the track a little bit. It looked like there was a bit of nicer dirt, but obviously being the first car, it's so hard to know if you're, if you're running the right line or you're not. So, I was just waiting there until I thought I heard someone. I didn't hear someone, so I just kept on hitting me marks, and that's where we ended up. So we ended up finishing first in that one, so that's good to bag some points after the first heat, after getting sent rear and having to try and make up some points there. So that really helps us out in that position. The next heat, I think we're off the back, so I think we're off from 9th this next one. So I've got plenty of work to do. We've got plenty to tune up on the car, so we're going to do that. We're going to watch what the racetrack does and go from there. So can only try and move through on this one and try and get up the front of the finals, and then from there we'll see what we can do in the final. So it should be a good heat, this one, coming from the back.
On the outside of the 29 machine.
We've just finished our third heat race. We came from 9th to 3rd position. We got a pretty good start and made up plenty of ground at the start of the race. We were running 5th for a couple of laps there, and then there was a restart that allowed us to move forward 2 more positions straight off the restart on that lap. And in 3rd, and from there just ran in 3rd, tried to chase down the leaders, didn't really catch them too much, but did find a line right towards the end of the race, which was working really good. So that's handy to know before the final. So I was meant to be out of 6th position for the final, but what they do in this series is the top 6, they have 2 options for the pole sitter. He can either invert the top 6, so 6 goes to the front and so on, so on, so on, or they can do a marble draw and then it's just random. So in this case, the pole sitter, he chose a marble draw, so all the drivers through 1 to 5th pulled out their marbles, and the marble left for me was the pole position. So I go from 6th through to pole, and we'll start the feature race from pole position. So this should be a pretty cool A main. We're currently just tuning up the car here, and let's see how we go.
Strategy.
We're off the pole, so hopefully stay there, but just have a good race, hit our marks. Hopefully what we've done to the car works. If that's the case, we've achieved what we wanted this season, so it'd be the first time, and we're getting to the back end of the season. So if it doesn't happen soon, it doesn't look like it's going to happen this season. So we'll see what we can do.
How's your night, Tony?
Not too bad there.
Where have you been sitting?
Up in the grandstand, the bar.
And how do you think oh, did you know we're off pole?
Are we?
Yeah.
Cool.
We did a top 6 draw and Case pulled number 1.
Should be good.
Race
We'll get you up here as quick as we can. Ladies and gentlemen, from Bundaberg, home in third place tonight. He certainly had his hands full with the two Silcock boys. Make some noise for Casey Collins. Oh man, these Silcock boys, they're just a bit quick.
Yeah, no, these guys go really good. They obviously got a good package and they seem to be going around really well. I felt like I had a really good car for them first couple of laps and just wasn't expecting that track to go quickly, so we didn't really do enough. But that's okay, we're on the podium. I think it's first time in the Mod Light on the podium this year, so we're moving forward. Just like to thank all our guys that put in the hard yards, Mum, Dad, my brother Jaden, Cass, Joel and Alia for being here tonight, Tony's in the crowd, and just everyone that helps out, Ringer and Darlene, all my sponsors, QAA, Easy Spray, Signtech, Cool Tech Bundaberg, Briley Electrical, Hits 939, Dirt Media and Chapman Oil Repairs, and just everyone that helps us out. I really appreciate it.
Great job, mate. Home in second.
Right now.